Hi everyone. Welcome back to Etymology Explorer. Here is your daily dose of etymology in 8 minutes. Etymology of the term Israel. The term Israel originates from the Hebrew name Yisrael, which appears in the Hebrew Bible. Its etymology is traditionally understood as a compound of two elements. Yisra, this is often interpreted as deriving from the root, Sarah, meaning to struggle, to strive, or to rule. El, a common Semitic term for God. Thus, the name is commonly rendered as he who struggles with God or God contends. This interpretation ties to the biblical story in Genesis 32 verses 22 to 32, where Jacob wrestles with an angel or divine being, and is renamed Israel, signifying his struggles and perseverance with both God and men. Alternate interpretations. Some scholars propose alternative meanings based on linguistic and historical contexts. God rules or God prevails, emphasizing divine authority. Upright with God, highlighting a relationship of righteousness or favor. Historical and cultural context. The name Israel was subsequently used for the collective descendants of Jacob, the Israelites. The ancient kingdom of Israel, Northern Kingdom. The modern state of Israel, established in 1948. In this way, the term Israel has carried spiritual, cultural, and political significance across millennia. Here is the journey from the root, Sarah, to Yisrael. Sarah, meaning, to struggle or to contend. Sarita, meaning, you have struggled, masculine singular. Yisra, meaning, he struggles or he contends. Addition of El to form Yisrael, meaning, he struggles with God or God contends. Here is the journey of the term Israel from Hebrew to English. The term Israel has an interesting linguistic journey as it moved from its original Hebrew form through Greek, Latin, and finally to English. Let's break it down step by step. Hebrew, Yisrael. Origin, the name Yisrael is derived from the Hebrew root, Sarah, meaning to struggle or to contend, and El, meaning God, meaning, he struggles with God or God contends. Pronunciation. In Biblical Hebrew, it is pronounced approximately as Yisrael. Greek, Israel. When Hebrew scriptures were translated into Greek, in the Septuagint, 3rd to 2nd century BCE, Yisrael became Israel. Greek used its alphabet to closely match the Hebrew. Pronunciation. Israel. Latin. Israel. When Greek texts were translated into Latin around the 4th century CE, particularly in the Vulgate, translated by Jerome, Israel became Israel in the Latin alphabet. Transliteration. Latin preserved the Greek spelling as closely as possible, simply converting it into the Latin script. Pronunciation. In classical Latin, it would be pronounced Israel, with a trilled R. English, Israel. From Latin, the term entered Old English, via religious texts, in the same form, Israel. It became fully integrated into Middle and Modern English. Spelling. The spelling Israel has remained unchanged since its adoption from Latin. Pronunciation. In Modern English, Israel or Israel, regional variations. This pronunciation diverged from the original Hebrew and Greek pronunciations due to the phonetic rules of English. Summary. Hebrew. Yisrael. Original term, root meaning struggles with God. Greek. Israel. Closely transliterated from Hebrew. Latin. Israel. Maintained Greek spelling, adapted to Latin script. English. Israel. Modern English adaptation of the Latin form. The State of Israel. The decision to name the modern state of Israel Israel was made during the final stages of its establishment in 1948, following intense deliberation among Zionist leaders. Here's the historical and political journey of how the name was chosen. 1. Historical and religious context. The name Israel has ancient biblical roots, originating from the patriarch Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel in the book of Genesis, 32:28. His descendants, the Israelites, were considered the original ancestors of the Jewish people. Over centuries, The land was referred to by various names, including Eretz Yisrael, land of Israel, in Jewish tradition, Judea during Roman times, and Palestine under Roman, Byzantine, and later Ottoman rule. 2. Zionist movement and naming options. During the late 19th and early 20th centuries, the Zionist movement sought to re-establish a Jewish homeland in the region. Several names were considered for the new state, reflecting historical, religious, and cultural connections. Eretz Yisrael, land of Israel, a traditional biblical term. Zion, symbolic of Jewish longing for Jerusalem and the land. Judah, evoking the ancient kingdom of Judah. Palestina, a secularized term used in the British Mandate period, although rejected due to its association with Roman and colonial rule. 3. The final decision, 1948. On May 14, 1948, the Provisional State Council, the temporary governing body, debated what to call the new state. David Ben-Gurion, who would become Israel's first prime minister, strongly supported the name Israel. It had biblical and historical significance as the name of Jacob and his descendants. It represented the continuity of Jewish identity and connection to the land over millennia. It was seen as inclusive of all Jewish people, not tied to a specific tribe, like Judah, or religious symbol, like Zion. The alternative, Eretz Yisrael, was rejected because it referred specifically to the broader territory and was seen as too expansive for the emerging state's initial borders. 4. Proclamation of the State of Israel. On the same day, the Declaration of Independence proclaimed the establishment of the state as Medinat Yisrael, the State of Israel. The name Israel was both modern and ancient, uniting the historical heritage with the Zionist vision of a sovereign Jewish state. 5. Symbolism of the name Israel. The name Israel emphasized the connection to the biblical promise of the land to the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The continuity of Jewish history after 2,000 years of exile. Inclusivity for Jews worldwide, whether religious or secular, as descendants of the children of Israel. Summary. The choice of Israel as the name of the state was a deliberate and symbolic decision, rooted in its biblical and historical resonance. It was finalized on the Day of Independence, reflecting the leader's vision of uniting Jewish identity, history, and the aspirations of the Zionist movement. That was your daily dose of etymology in 8 minutes. I hope to see you soon in the next video. Please like, share and subscribe.